ladies and gentlemen, the tariff terrorism. Has the leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi run out of original slogans and ideas? Just 2 days after Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the Congress was relying on Pakistan for its political narrative, now its star campaigner also seems to have found a new guiding light in the US President Donald Trump. Because after announcing 25% tariff on India and additional penalties for trading with Russia for oil and petroleum, today the US President said that he didn't care what India does with Russia, and the two countries could take their dead economies down together. In this habitual rhetoric of Trump, Rahul Gandhi found his quotable quote. Listen in.
He's right. I mean, everybody knows this, except the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister. Everybody knows that the Indian economy is a dead economy. I'm glad that President Trump has stated a fact.
From democracy is dead to economy is dead, fact-free doomsaying seems to be a habit for Rahul Gandhi. How can the world's number 4 economy, slated to become the third largest economy in 2 years, whose per capita income has doubled in just 11 years, a country that is the fastest growing major economy for most of the last 9 years, how can it be a dead economy? Rahul Gandhi claims about an economy that Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal described as the lone bright spot globally, even today, were so outlandish that even his own party members called his beliefs delusional.
ट्रंप का ये कहना कि भारत और रूस की इकोनॉमी डेड है एकदम गलत बात है। भारत की इकोनॉमी डेड नहीं।
We're negotiating with many countries. The US is not the only negotiation. We are not without option. If America is completely unreasonable in their demands, we will have to go elsewhere.
We shouldn't panic immediately. These are all opening positions in a negotiation.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate, Sushant Sareen, senior fellow at the ORF. Also joining me is Tushar Gupta, who is a political analyst. Ashwini Kumar Mishra of the Congress Party continues to be with us. Faizan Kidwai, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, also joins the debate. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, to you first. I want to ask you, now it's not just Shashi Tharoor. It is Rajiv Shukla and it is Karti Chidambaram who have now said that Rahul Gandhi's statements that India's economy is dead actually delusional. अब किस किस को आप सैक करेंगे? आपके लिए तो बड़ी मुश्किल हो गई है. And data in the economy actually tells the story. We are the 4th largest economy in the world, getting to number 3 position soon enough. We are the economy that's the fastest growing big economy in the world. Our per capita income has increased. These are numbers, these are data that cannot be falsified. Rahul Gandhi, has he now found a new icon after Pakistan in Donald Trump?
Navika ji, let's understand this by an example. Assume that there are 2 countries, each having 10 people into it. One country has 50,000 rupees as an economy and other has 1 lakh. However, in the country which has 1 lakh, it is all owned by one person and rest 9s are getting fed by the government. Do you call that country better economy? That is what happening in India. We are feeding 85 crore people 5 kg ration. That is what our economy's condition is. Our economy is getting going into K shape. Poor are getting more poorer. So I don't understand what we are celebrating here. Yes, their per capita income might have increased by double, but the cost of everything, the purchasing power of people has reduced. The purchasing parity is very high. So we need to understand what is the true meaning of economy. It is about the affordability of the stuff. What we can buy earlier, can we afford the same thing right now with the same amount of income? amount I am earning?
Certainly
No.
not.
So
are you
yes,
saying
our
between
economy is
2004 and
actually declining,
2014
and
there was
we are
no
not able to afford
inflation?
the same.
Are you saying that? Are you saying that there was no inflation in the decade that the Congress government was in power? Sushant Sareen, really, maybe I've forgotten my economics, but maybe can you enlighten us?
Navika, it's impossible talking to people like Mr. Mishra who don't even know economics 101. How does one explain to them?
Rahul Gandhi?
This level, thorough level economics he's talking about.
Sir, economics says when
आप
आदमी को
चुप
रोटी
रहो ना,
कपड़ा
मिश्रा जी, अब
मकान
आपने
मिलेगा,
बोल
he
दिया,
doesn't
मैं
care
बोल
about
रहा हूँ।
economics.
So, Navika, here is the
वो
thing.
आलू
You see what
खरीद
happens
पाएगा
is
नहीं
that
खरीद पाएगा,
social
उसको
welfare
इकोनॉमिक्स
schemes
और
are
आपके
carried
डेटा का ज्ञान नहीं चाहिए.
Okay, all right, hold on.
आपको कोई
Lowering
ज्ञान
your
की
fader,
जरूरत ही
Sushant
नहीं है।
Sareen,
आपको
respond.
ज्ञानवर्धन नहीं। आप आपके नेता सारे ज्ञानवर्धन है, आपको कोई ज्ञान की जरूरत नहीं है। आप जितने अज्ञानी रहेंगे उतने ही आप में ज्ञान है। वो तो ठीक है, समझ आ गई हमारे को बात। लेकिन जो बाकी लोग हैं उनके साथ मैं बातचीत कर रहा हूं, आपको तो मैं कोई ज्ञान नहीं दे सकता। आप लोग तो बहुत ही धन्य ज्ञानी है, विद्वान है आप लोग। So Navika, here is the thing. So yes, at one level you can say that, look, if you are giving food subsidies or food transfers to 600 million people or whatever the number is, that means that people are poor. It doesn't mean that. What it means is that you are giving them that, and then whatever monies they are earning, it's not as though they're sitting at home and doing nothing. They also earn money. Whatever monies they earn, they also become players in the market, and which is what is reflected in the market forces. Secondly, when Trump says that India and Russia are dead economies, and the great visionary leader of the Congress party agrees with it, I'm sure his grandmother and his father and maybe great-grandfather would be probably rolling in their graves. It's a wrong metaphor, but even then, I suppose people get it. The point is that if these are dead economies, India and Russia, then why should Trump claim that dead economy helping another dead economy is leading to or fueling the war in Ukraine? How can dead economies fuel wars anywhere? Dead economies are dead economies. And yet the Americans want to do business with us. So why would he want to do business with a dead economy? So, this is Trumpian tantrums to which the Congress party is latching on to and dissing its own country in the hope that this will win them votes. They're welcome to this kind of politics, destructive politics. But then, this is the kind of Jinnah politics that if we cannot divide India, we will destroy it. These guys are saying if we cannot rule India, we will destroy it. They're welcome to trying it, but this is the Congress politics now. The third thing is the Indian economy not doing well? By every stretch of imagination, we are not doing as good as we should. And I have no bones in admitting that fact. I think this government has been very diffident in bringing out the kind of economic reforms that it should have brought about. There was some blame you can put on political resistance, but then that is the job of government to ensure that political resistance is minimized or countered.
Of course, we want to grow at 10%, but we are growing somewhere between 6 and 7%. But look at the world situation around us. And Faizan Kidwai.
No, Navika, allow me.
I'm short of time. So,
But the point is, poors are not getting benefited out of it now.
Ashwini ji,
आप ज्ञानी है ना, समझ गए हम के
If it is
भारत
all
की
going to
इकोनॉमी
Adanis and Ambanis, what's the point of that economy?
मिश्रा जी, मनीष तिवारी जी से पूछ लीजिए। भारत का रहने वाला हूँ, भारत की बात सुनाता हूँ, आप उनसे सीख लीजिए।
My point is that there are a lot of reforms that we need to do, very serious reforms, which we should do, which can propel the economy. This stranglehold of the Babudam, this regulatory frameworks which strangulate the economy, we need to get rid of that. So I will say that there are many areas in which this government has not done as well as it should have, right?
True.
But to anyone to argue that this economy has not grown, that people have not become better off, that our foreign exchange reserves are at record levels, our exports are at record levels, you name the thing, we are there. Okay.
So Faizan Kidwai, you still see darkness everywhere, just like Rahul Gandhi?
No, Navika, no, not
at all. I want to see the bright light, but unfortunately we can't see. We as Indians, we are really very, very sad today because Trump, this man, has the audacity to say a lot of things to the way our Indian economy is, as you rightly pointed out. How dare he says Indian economy is dead, and he goes on to say India has the most strenuous and obnoxious non-monetary trade barriers of the country, threatens to put additional penalties on us because we are taking oil from Russia and part of BRICS. Some people said, some experts have said that he's planning to put around 100% penalty. Let's see, wait and watch what actually happens. And he adds insult to injury by saying that someday India is going to buy oil from Pakistan. And what are 56 whatever inch Kasina was doing, he was silent. He's the same man who introduced Trump to the entire world by saying, my good friend, India's good friend, a great president of America, Donald Trump. And today that same Donald Trump is making wrong claims about India, showing disrespect towards India. The Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal,
Trump has fallen out with his best friends as well. So why are you holding it? Elon Musk financed his entire election. Why are you holding it against Prime Minister Modi? Tushar, is that not a tad unfair?
No, my simple question, Navika, I think we are beyond giving economic understanding to the Congress spokesperson. My simple question is, Rahul cited demonetization, GST, MSCs being crashed, monopoly, and that is the reasons he is citing for the dead economy, which he endorses. The comment from Trump is he's endorsing it. My simple question to Mishra ji here is, why does Rahul Gandhi have rupees 8 crore invested in the Indian stock market as per his election affidavit of 2024? The companies he has invested in are the ones that are favoring because of the GST, are into manufacturing, are also monopolies in their sectors. Why is Rahul Gandhi invested to the tune of rupees 8 crore in an economy which he believes is dead? And don't say it's in his private capacity. It's all in the public. It's in his election affidavit in 2024. Can you tell me why is the man invested to the tune of 8 crore? And mind you, his stock value has grown from 5
अश्विनी
crore
कुमार मिश्रा रिस्पॉन्ड 8 करोड़ उस मार्केट में है जिस कंट्री की इकोनॉमी डेड है.
तुषार गुप्ता, my dear friend Tushar Gupta, if demonetization, GST and everything was so successful, why Modi ji don't seek votes on these schemes? Why does he go to the public?
Why don't you respond? Why don't you respond to the question that has been asked? Why are you running away from the question? How is Rahul Gandhi getting returns from the markets of these?
You have done which you feel are good.
Well, people have given the mandate to Modi ji, and GST Council has whatever 3 CMs you have, they are also members of this GST Council. वहां बोलते नहीं, यहां आकर बोलते हैं. जब सवाल पूछा जाता है तो इकोनॉमी डेड हो जाती है. I just don't get it. And Tushar, great point that if the economy is so dead, how is Rahul Gandhi earning money on his investments? Not just in his affidavit, but Young India, National Herald. Well, the truth lies somewhere in between, as Sushant Sareen pointed out. We leave it at that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on the News Hour tonight. With that, it's a wrap on the News Hour. Good night, be safe. I'll be back tomorrow with the News Hour Spotlight.